Just ahead on CTV News. CASA and the University of Maryland held an emerging adult summit. Plus, Governor Moore sends a strong message to President Trump.
One thing we have now seen in just 2.5 years is that impatience delivers results. Together, in just our time, we have now cut the number of vacant homes in Baltimore by half.
And 2 Lucky County residents recently secured $500,000 Powerball tickets. These stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for August 22nd. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news tonight, it's been a long time coming.
But Kilmore Abrego Garcia is officially on his way home. According to his lawyer, he is currently en route to his family in Maryland. A magistrate judge issued an order for his release earlier today. Abrego Garcia was being held at a Tennessee jail while awaiting trial on federal human smuggling charges. And even though he's en route, ICE may still detain him once he arrives back in Maryland and could try to deport him once again. We will keep you updated as this story develops.
A new school year and a new way to beat the bus blues in Prince George's County. PGCPS is rolling out a Chipmunk, a real-time bus tracking app to keep families in the loop as the district faces a driver shortage. The district has about 850 active drivers to cover 1,000 routes, and that gap is causing frequent delays. Chipmunk will replace the often unreliable Stop Finder, offering live bus location, delay notifications, and ETAs.
Our shortage of drivers and how we have to cover runs, we needed to find something that matches our reality. And so in short, we have to assign multiple trips to one bus. And therefore, the GPS data needs to be able to track to each trip. And that's what was not happening before. Our new system allows us to do this. So we can assign multiple trips to one bus and properly track those buses by GPS.
The goal is to transition from the beginning of November through the winter break, and at that point we'll have all of our trips in the Chipmunk application.
Chipmunk soft launches September 2nd for special needs students with a full rollout by January, while recruiting for new drivers continues and Stop Finder remains in use during this transition.
Maryland parents who homeschool are now worried more regulations could disrupt learning. Over the summer, the Maryland Family Institute organized a letter-writing campaign urging the Maryland Department of Education to keep homeschool regulations the same during their upcoming review of state regulations. Some of the changes the Institute are concerned about include requiring college degrees or teacher credentials for homeschooling parents, mandatory standardized testing, and home inspections by state officials.
We have to speak up for the rights of parents. This long-held fundamental right that parents are the ones that are responsible for the upbringing and the education of their children. Recent Supreme Court decision only bolsters that there can't be a one-size-fits-all approach to education in this state, and that parents, in both their parental rights and in many cases their religious or even non-religious convictions, can say that we want to be the first ones to teach our children. Right now, the regulations allow that to happen. There's a good freedom when it comes to that. We just want to make sure that we preserve that for the generations to come.
And meanwhile, Montgomery County Public Schools is rolling out a new refrigerator curriculum just in time for the new school year. Every 9 weeks, parents will get a printed and digital outline of upcoming lessons and reading materials designed to go right on the fridge. The change follows a June Supreme Court ruling that says schools must allow students to opt out of lessons that conflict with their family's religious beliefs. Parents can now use a linked form to request alternative assignments, easing pressure on teachers and minimizing disruptions. Still, district leaders say it adds extra work behind the scenes.
flashing lights, and a traffic stop. But this time, it was only practice. Prince George's County Police Academy recruits teamed up with Pathfinders for Autism for the Before the Badge community event. The mock traffic stop gives drivers and passengers of all ages a chance to practice what to do when pulled over. The goal: cut down on anxiety and build safer, stronger interactions between officers and the community. Participants learned step-by-step basics like how to pull over safely, keep hands visible, and communicate with officers about any special needs or preferences.
So the police officers know, oh, there's one more thing that could, maybe cause this kind of behavior. Let me check my boxes and make sure that there is a way I can maybe help them or, kind of proceed differently to make sure that, I can go home safely, they can go home safely, and, whatever problem rose about can be resolved.
You have to be understanding of the fact that they're not going to understand how we're approaching it. And you got to change the way you're communicating with them. You can't just communicate with everyone the same way. I've had traffic stops where someone was deaf when I pulled them over. They're allowed to drive a vehicle when they're deaf, so sometimes you pull that notepad out and now you're writing things down because I can't fully communicate in sign language. So you just adapt to the situation to make it a calm experience for them as well, and get through the traffic stop that way.
Police say programs like this help build trust before recruits even hit the streets. They hope creating safe, practical spaces for drivers to learn can make real traffic stops less intimidating and more about communication than confrontation.
And Prince George's County CASA and the University of Maryland collaborated to address the needs of youth aging out of the foster care system today. I went to the Emerging Adults Resource Summit to find out how the event made an impact.
An Emerging Adult Resource Summit made room for youth aging out of the foster care system to receive support and for their voices to be heard.
My story is uncomfortable, but how this made an impact to me was a lot of people helped me and guide me through where I have to go and resources and stuff.
Prince George's County CASA has worked effortlessly since I've aged out, especially working with me to make sure that young people who have lived experience, our voices are at the forefront.
I think it's special that we get to capture their insight and feedback and implement that into these discussions that we start to have when we think about solutions to barriers and challenges and services.
Samira Cheney says she's thankful court-appointed special advocates and the University of Maryland are working to tackle the issues that youth aging out of foster care face.
We are just limited to the resources that are available to us, like, oh, hey, we just have this Section 8 voucher for you. That's all you really need from us. You don't need any actual assistance or guidance or connections to any long-term or lasting services or resources.
Cheney says discrimination and biases are also a major problem for youth aging out of foster care. Challenges Testify says CASA won't stop working to tackle.
I'm hoping that from this, the resources that we do provide, if there's improvements, maybe we do find that there's a gap in resources, maybe there is a new program that needs to be developed. I'm hoping that's something that we can also hopefully focus on at the next summit.
And Testify says the work that CASA does is urgent as young people in Prince George's County foster care are 14 to 21 years old, with many approaching legal age and in need of support services.
And on your screen now is a tractor-trailer crash that happened this morning. Police and first responders arrived in the westbound lanes of US 50 past exit 7 around 9. You can see the tractor-trailer overturned with debris spilled out into the road. All westbound lanes were closed and traffic was redirected. As of right now, no injuries have been reported and no word on what caused the crash. CTV News will keep you updated as the story develops. Governor Wes Moore collapsed back at President Donald Trump during an event marking the demolition of the old Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore. Moore aimed a direct message to the president in a now viral clip. Moore says, "Keep our name out of your mouth." When Moore says our name, he's referring to the city of Baltimore and Trump's recent negative remarks regarding the city. The governor defended Baltimore against Trump's recent attacks.
If you are not willing to be part of the solution, keep our names out of your mouth. Donald Trump, if you are not willing to walk our communities, keep our name out of your mouth. If you are not willing to understand the pride and the beauty of this city and this community, keep our name out of your mouth. Because if you were willing to visit, if you were willing to spend time, if you were willing to actually walk our communities and walk our streets and not just talk about us from the Oval Office, you would see what we see. One of the greatest cities in the United States of America.
The governor affirms the progress Baltimore has made in its recent low crime numbers. You're watching CTV News. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Anaya Falcon. Still to come, a new wine business is now open in the county.
After the break, find out what inspired the owners to open the online business and how to get your hands on a glass. Be back in one moment.
I just knew that I wasn't the high-performing person I used to be. Pieces of my past are being erased. I was lucky. We caught this at the very earliest stages. I hope that my story can give other people hope. There is life to be lived. Increasingly, there will be treatments. We need to invest even more in research and finding treatments and cures. If your loved one or you yourself are sitting there thinking, something is wrong, I'm not who I used to be, you can get some answers and you can get them for free.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court gave President Trump the go-ahead to cut millions of dollars in National Institutes of Health grants. This is part of the federal government's campaign against diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. So, nearly $783 million worth of grants will be canceled. But the Supreme Court justices were split on the issue as the vote was 5-4. The order marks the latest victory for the president while an ongoing lawsuit continues to unfold.
And August just went to the dogs and cats in the best way possible. Prince George's County Animal Services facility is joining the Maryland 3000 Challenge, a statewide push to place thousands of pets in their forever homes. All month long, adoption fees are waived. Last year, Maryland topped the goal with 3,119 adoptions. And this year, the target is even higher.
We are running throughout the month of August. We're running adoption specials, the Maryland 3000, as well as Clear the Shelter, where every animal in the shelter, their adoption fees are waived. So you have until the end of the month. If you're looking to adopt a pet, come in now during the month of August and you can get your pet for free.
And this is just a reminder, even with fees waived, standard screening and paperwork still apply. So if you're ready to meet your match, call Animal Services at 301-780-7200 or scan the QR code on your screen.
The Prince George's County Pet Unity Project recently teamed up with Council Member Ingrid Watson and the county's Animal Services Facility and Adoption Center for a free dog microchipping event. Microchips help animals get reunited if they get lost, loose, or stolen. According to research, dogs in the county who are microchipped are twice as likely to be returned to their owners. Along with microchips, the Pet Unity Project was on site offering free ID tags, pet supplies, training tips, and even one-on-one advice to pet owners.
If anyone has questions or concerns about microchip, the process is really easy. It's very simple. It's considered a best practice. We do have a video on our website with our vet giving an example, showing the process, and talking about myths and misconceptions and why these are really so great for dogs.
This was a wonderful collaborative effort. So Pet Unity Project is one of our partners. Kate did a really good job at coordinating these efforts and providing the microchips that she got through a grant. And Animal Services, we're responsible for marketing these events, and we're also responsible for actually doing the microchipping. So it works out really well.
The next microchipping event will be held Wednesday in New Carrollton. For the full list of upcoming events, visit petunityproject.org.
And another unscheduled mosquito spraying is taking place in the county. The Maryland Department of Agriculture, in cooperation with the county health department, is expanding mosquito control areas, and it's due to a public health concern over the potential for mosquito-borne diseases. Tonight, beginning at 7:30, the community of Marwood, within a mile radius of South Marwood Boulevard, and the community of Marlboro Riding, within a mile radius of Weldon Manor Lane, will see a spray truck coming through.
Two close friends in Prince George's County decided it was time to go into the wine industry. So they put their heads together and created Rose Garden Wineries. The ladies are hoping to inspire other Black women with their business venture. During the pandemic, Joy Shepard and Brittany Woodland were on a FaceTime call when all of a sudden an idea popped into their head.
I was drinking a cup of tea and Joy was drinking a glass of wine, and an idea went off saying that we should make a tea-infused wine. And the next week we had a business.
So Rose Garden Wines became a reality. Thursday night, dozens of people gathered at the Newton White Mansion to celebrate the launch of their business and to taste their signature red known as Rose Garden Red.
Cinnamon, peppercorn, and cloves is the base of our wine. Some of our favorite spices, some of our favorite tastes, and we wanted to integrate that into the wine. So we're really excited to be able to create our own product.
Black women make up less than 2% of the people who are in the wine industry. Shepard and Woodland are hoping to change that with their new business.
So it's important for little brown girls and Black girls that look like us are in this industry so that we can hone in and kind of bring up the next generation of winemakers.
Rose Johnson with the Prince George's Chamber of Commerce is happy to see another business come to the county.
I'm very honored when businesses want to set up here in the county. We get a bad rep out there, and so when a business says, I want to set up shop in Prince George's County, it's always a wonderful thing to celebrate.
And Shepard has advice for anybody who is on the fence about going into the wine industry.
Don't be scared. Just do some research, make some connections, because it's easier than you think.
And Shepard tells me they'll be coming out with a white wine in the spring. You can go online to purchase their products at rosegardenwines.com. And still to come on CTV News.
Lights, cameras, and action. If those words excite you, listen up.
A new production studio opens up right here in Prince George's County. I'm Katara Jones. I'll have all those details coming up on CTV News.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org.
A new business geared up to help creatives brought their vision to life, and they opened up today in Brentwood.
The new media and production studio is called Ideaplex MD, and it held its ribbon-cutting ceremony this afternoon. CTV's Katara Jones takes us inside the facility.
That's right, I'm inside Ideaplex MD, a new production studio right here in District 2. And the idea is very simple: for a content creator to come in, shoot their content, like a podcast, for example, all right here in Prince George's County. Yay! With the cut of a ribbon, Ideaplex MD is officially open in Brentwood. The facility is the brainchild of its founder and CEO, Ronald Dixon, who wanted to bring a state-of-the-art media production studio to Prince George's.
15 years ago, believe it or not, we had a vision that we wanted to have a creative campus for what I call the commercial arts side of
arts and humanities, right? And so the videographers, the podcasters, the influencers, all of those that make money off of providing commercial art services and products.
Here at Ideaplex MD, content creators, filmmakers, government agencies, and even nonprofit groups can utilize this space, equipment, and resources to elevate their brand and content.
It's always a surprise. No one is expecting us to have the level of technology that we have here. And we invested as much as we could financially into making sure that our technology would meet the industry standards so that if someone was coming from another production hub, they wouldn't feel like they were let down. And all of this is happening right here in Prince George's County in this little town called Brentwood.
One of the biggest investments Dixon put into his business is this state-of-the-art LED wall.
What's unique about the wall is that it's the digital version of what a green screen was. And so we like to say that we can take people everywhere they want to go without going anywhere because we can do it right here inside of this location.
Dixon says he wants to build another location which would serve as a post-production facility. Katara Jones, CTV News.
Thanks so much, Katara. For more details on the facility, visit ideaplexmd.com. And the county's housing market cooled down in July, but still remains the strongest in the DMV region. The county's Association of Realtors reports a 5.1% month-over-month drop in sales due to the typical seasonal patterns of people waiting for mortgage rates to drop. However, Prince George's has a total home ownership rate around 64.5%, making it a standout choice throughout the region.
Well, two people in Prince George's County woke up with big smiles on their faces. The county Powerball players won $500,000 each in the double play drawing on Wednesday. The winning tickets were sold in Landover Hills and Riverdale. With no jackpot winner on Wednesday, the jackpot is now estimated at $700 million. The next drawing is on Saturday, August 23rd. Good luck.
And the Federal Trade Commission is suing gym chain LA Fitness over difficulty of canceling memberships. The lawsuit was filed against Irvine, California-based Fitness International and Fitness Sports Club, which operates hundreds of gym locations under brands including LA Fitness, Asporta Fitness, City Sports Club, and Club Studio. According to LA Fitness website, most memberships can be canceled anytime by either mailing a written notice in, or you can do it in person or via the customer's online account. There are currently only 19 LA Fitness locations in Maryland. And don't move. After the break, we have the Friday Sports page.
That's right. We're going to be talking UMD soccer, football, plus a Commanders player recently made history. Find out who right after the break.
The power of the knock is food. Your stew's delicious. I'm 88 years old, and I was with the Ice Capades when I was young. Now, being as old as I am, I lose balance. I don't like ending up this way, but what am I going to do? I got Meals on Wheels for the 5 years that I've been here. It's nice to know they come, and if you feel like talking, you can talk to them. I could talk for forever. They're totally a blessing.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
Welcome back. And now it's time for our Friday Sports Page. For the first time since 1996, the women's turf soccer team started off the season 3-0 with all shutout wins after defeating UMBC 1-0. Throughout their first 3 games this season, they've scored 9 goals and given up 0, giving them the highest goal differential in the Big Ten Conference. The Lady Terps take on Old Dominion this Sunday at 6 p.m.
And Terps defensive coordinator Ted Monachino came to College Park to help transform this defensive. Monachino has been coaching for over 33 years, not only at the college but also at the NFL level with the Baltimore Ravens and Indianapolis Colts. CTV Sports caught up with the Maryland defensive lineman Dylan Fontes, when we touched base on not only the effect that he believes Coach Monachino will have on him, but also the defense as a whole.
I feel like it's going to affect my game tremendously. It's going to be more play-oriented, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want to go and make plays. We want our defensive linemen to make plays. We want to go attack the ball, and we want to go get after the quarterback. So we're going to be splitting off double teams, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be playing football. We're going to be playing exactly how it's being coached. It's being coached to be aggressive, to go get the man, go get what you want, and that's what's going to make plays.
And the Terps will begin the season against Florida Atlantic on August 30th. And the Commanders have now traded running back Brian Robinson to the San Francisco 49ers for a 2026 sixth-round pick. This comes after reports emerged last weekend that the Commanders were willing to move on from the running back. The Commanders agreed to pay Robinson some of the $3.4 million he was set to earn this season. During his 3 seasons with the Commanders, Robinson rushed for 2,329 rushing yards, 15 rushing touchdowns, 587 receiving yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns.
And after having one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time, Rookie of the Year Jaden Daniels has been ranked number 21 among the NFL's top 100 players out of 2025. This marks the second highest ranking ever achieved by a player entering their sophomore season, falling behind former Commanders quarterback Robert Griffin III. In the playoffs, he helped take the franchise to their first NFC Championship game appearance since 1991. Daniels and the Commanders have one final preseason matchup tomorrow at 12 p.m. against the Baltimore Ravens before officially kicking off the 2025 season on September 7th against the Giants. And let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight is going to be mostly clear out. Tomorrow is going to be clear and sunny with a high of 82. Sunday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 84. But we have a 40% chance of rain after 2 p.m. Monday, the sunshine returns. We'll have a high of 83 and a low of 62.
And for our community calendar, tomorrow morning, Councilmember Crystal Orida is hosting a gas station takeover. This event will take place at 8:30 a.m. until supplies last. So come down to Royal Farms in District Heights for a chance to fuel up. For more information, contact 301-952-3690.
And for those of you who haven't noticed, we have a new face joining me at the anchor desk. Now, you may have seen her already in a couple of stories, but why don't you formally introduce yourself to our viewers?
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Anaya Falcon, as you already know. I'm from Baltimore, home of the Baltimore Ravens. I attended the Baltimore School for the Arts, where Tupac and Jada Pinkett attended as well. I went there for acting. I have an extensive background in acting, writing, directing, playwriting, and then I have years of experience in TV, radio, and print journalism. I'm just a storyteller at heart, and I'm just so excited to get to know the PG County community and also to share the great stories here.
Yeah, definitely. And you and I actually have both something in common. We both live in Baltimore County and have to commute to Prince George's County every morning.
Yes, so fun. Of course, the traffic isn't, but we're excited to be here.
Exactly. Well, thanks to you, and we're looking forward to anchoring together.
Yes, looking forward to it.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. We'll see you again Monday. Have a good night.